Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve, and today we're going to take a tour of the largest music store in America. So let's get going. So I've been looking forward to doing this video for a while now. You may have guessed today is going to be a tour of Sweetwater Music in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So about 10 years ago, I was sitting at my kitchen table, leafing through the latest Sweetwater catalog, as many of us have done, and just dreaming about all the different gear that I would love to have someday. And I got to the back cover and it said Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I thought to myself, I've been to Fort Wayne, Indiana. As a matter of fact, I go out there at least a couple times a year for work. How did I not know that Sweetwater was in Fort Wayne, Indiana? So the next time I went to Fort Wayne, of course, I went to Sweetwater. And now every time I've gone to Fort Wayne, I make a trip to Sweetwater. Like I said, I go a couple times a year at least. And I thoroughly enjoy the opportunity to go to Sweetwater any chance that I get. Back in 2017, my wife and I actually went to a worship conference there. It was amazing. The facilities are so well set up for things like conferences and their Gear Fest that they have and Guitar Fest. It's just an amazing, amazing facility. I want to do just a quick walkthrough of the facility there. If you're ever anywhere near Fort Wayne, Indiana, you just need to go and pay a visit to Sweetwater. With all that said, I thought I would give you some fun facts before we dive in. So Sweetwater is the largest online retailer of musical instruments and pro audio gear in the US, maybe the world. Most big retailers like Guitar Center spread their operations out into multiple stores and fulfillment centers. The entire Sweetwater operation is headquartered in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now, in 2002, they did open up a distribution center in Arizona to help better serve the West Coast. But in general, everything is pretty much done out of Fort Wayne. In addition to the massive warehouse, the retail store they have in there now is the largest in the US. It spans 40,000 square feet. This massive space features over 30,000 products on display, and they have the ability to pull anything from the warehouse within minutes. So last month, I once again was in Fort Wayne, and I thought, I'm going to just shoot a video of the facility and then go ahead and just narrate for this video. Okay, so this is the sidewalk heading into the main entrance of Sweetwater. As you can see, we're going to go through these double doors and get into the main lobby. On the left is an amazing display they have of the history of Sweetwater. And this will be fun. We can talk about this for a minute. In 1979, Chuck Surak, who's the founder of Sweetwater, was driving around Fort Wayne, Indiana in a VW van with a 4-track reel-to-reel recorder. This was a mobile recording setup that he had to go around and record bands and artists in the area. It went really well. He got very busy and he eventually moved up into a studio in his garage. And today they have studios here at Sweetwater. You can see here the van. You can see the reel-to-reel tape deck. This is a picture of the Kurtzville K250 sampler. And this really is the reason why Sweetwater is what it is today. Chuck started working with this keyboard, really getting to understand it. And because it was a sampler, he had a mobile recording setup that he would take places and he would say, go to an orchestra and say to the violin player, can you play me some notes so I can record them in? Say to the piano player, can you play me some notes? And so he started recording all these different samples, getting them onto his computer there, and then loading those floppy disks onto the keyboard. He started sharing a lot of these sounds and became known as a guy that really could make this keyboard sound really great. He started getting phone calls from people like Stevie Wonder and Dolly Parton, and they all wanted Chuck's sounds. And a lot of people started telling Chuck, you know more about this keyboard than the people that are selling it. You should be selling this. You should be a dealer for Kurtzville. And that's how basically he moved from recording into retail. He became a dealer for this keyboard and then many other instruments, and the rest is history. I just love that story. What a great story. So here we see some other pieces of gear from that era that he started repping. All kinds of recording equipment, multi-track recorders, and then keyboards, lots of keyboards. So this is just a fascinating display of the history of where Chuck started in 1979 and grew to today. What you can see here is a sign within Sweetwater that just tells you all the different places we're going to stop at. So first up is the Academy of Music, where people come here for instrument lessons. Next, they have several conference halls and amazing theaters. Next up is the Crescendo Cafe, where you can get food and drinks and then listen to a live performance right on the stage that they have there. Of course, there's lots of seating for sitting down and enjoying your meal. And they also have a full diner in the facility. You can see the Downbeat Diner as well. Of course, every musician needs coffee. So here you see the world famous slide at Sweetwater. At the top of the steps are offices where the sales engineers sit. And of course, they have this display of all their employees, including the sales engineers. So it's pretty amazing how they recognize the employees. There's an arcade, and everything is free. The video games, the pool table, the ping pong, it's all free. Right next to the arcade is Sweetwater Studios. As you recall, everything started in that van for the mobile setup. Well, now they have 3 world-class studios behind these doors. Studio A, B, and C. I had a chance to go in there during the worship conference. The Sweetwater Medical Clinic and the Wavelength Salon and Spa. So they even have a medical clinic and a spa. But if we jump back to the sign here, you can see the music store is really what we're interested in checking out. So let's go here. The entrance of the music store is right here off the lobby. And as we go in, you can see off to the left, we're going to walk past all the merch. Hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, you name it. And they also have brand merch as well. Gibson, PRS, Fender, you name it, they've got it. So next up is the headphone display. It's really amazing the choices that you have here, from $50 on up to $2,000. You can try any of them out and see how they fit and how they sound. Really amazing. They also have the world's largest guitar pedal display. This is probably one of the most impressive things about this store. If there's a guitar pedal that you were interested in checking out, chances are they have it here. This is really an amazing collection of guitar pedals. As you can see, as we spin around to the other side, there are more, and they are grouped by brand. You can see all the Boss pedals there. We're all familiar with those. And then you go over to the other section. We've got wahs and volume controls and multi-effect pedals. They have some stations here where you can put on headphones, grab a guitar, and try out pedals. That is so cool, and I have done that. And then lastly, we go over and we'll go around some acoustic pedals. Then on the other side here, we have the loopers and time effect pedals, and of course, some pre-owned pedals. This is an awesome display where you can use this touchscreen and search on amps and effects. I'm going to go to guitar pedals and effects. Let's click on phasers. This is the first page that comes up of 40 different phasers that you can review that they have in stock for you. Multi-effect pedals, my favorite. This is what I use, and there it is. First up is the Line 6 Helix Stadium XL. It is currently not yet available, but you can get it on pre-order. If you haven't watched my video yet on why I'm getting a Line 6 Stadium, you need to click here and watch that. That's a great video, and this is going to be an amazing pedal. Guitar straps. Can never have enough guitar straps, right? And they have a very wide selection of guitar straps here. So the rooms are divided up by section. This is the acoustic room. Probably one of my favorite rooms. Of course, I'm going to say that every room here, they've got Gibsons, they've got Taylors, they've got Martins, they've got everything you can think of here. And you could spend an entire day just playing with acoustic guitars here. They have so many of them. And even some Ovations that you see over here. Just a great collection. The electric guitar and amp room, another one of my favorites. This may actually be my favorite. I can't decide. But I do enjoy coming in here. There are so many amps, so many guitars, and you can plug any of them in and try them out. From inexpensive guitars on up to very expensive guitars, they've got them all in here. From combo amps to larger amps and heads. It's just really an impressive display that they have here. Really wide variety of guitars, lots of Fenders, lots of Gibsons, lots of PRS, lots of Charvels, you name it, they've got them. Ibanez, yeah. Just a fantastic display of guitars here. And if anybody's looking to get me a Christmas present, they of course have my favorite EVH guitars as well. If we go around to the other side, not only can you try out guitars with all the amps, but they have some multi-effect pedals here. You'll see the Fender Tone Master Pro, and of course the Line 6 Helix. If you're used to those items, then you can just plug your guitars in there and try those out. Just a great room. Could spend a lot of time in there, and I have. Bass guitar room. Let's give some love to the bass guitar players out there. Lots of choices when it comes to bass guitars. Again, you've got Fenders. Lots of Fenders. You've got Ibanez. They've got Rickenbackers. They've got Yamahas, Music Mans, just a wide variety. They've got acoustic basses as well. And then, of course, all the different amps that you can try out. So, great bass guitar room. Next up, we've got drums and percussion. So as we head in here, you'll actually see some things off to the right. You'll see some marching drums and percussion. So you see the drums there, the marching snares and quads. And along the back wall, so many drum sets. So SJCs, Mapics, PDPs, like I have in here in the studio, DWs, Gretsch, a huge variety of really high-end snare drums. And then we get on to Ludwigs and Pearls and Tama and Yamaha. They have a cage here you can see with a nice DW kit in it. And then lots of cymbals. So many cymbals. Of course, there's all the electronic kits in the center too, and you can throw some headphones on and try out the latest electronic kits from Roland and Alesis. If you're interested in a kick drum pedal, they have just about every one I think that's ever been made here for sale. Just an awesome, awesome drum room. Also one of my favorite rooms. And let's not forget drumsticks. They didn't fit in the room, but they have them out in the hallway. Pianos. Let's talk pianos. As we get into the pianos here, the very first one, I actually sat down and played this one. This is a Yamaha grand piano. It's only $26,000. I think it's a bargain. Beautiful piano. All of these grand pianos, just so nice. Someday, I think I would like to have a grand piano. Wouldn't we all? But awesome selection. You can see they have a living room set up there so you can get an idea what it would look like in there. But this is the piano room. Next up, the synthesizer room right next to the piano room. So many keyboards and synthesizers here. It really kind of blows your mind. If you're used to going to smaller music shops or guitar centers, they do not have the quantity of keyboards that Sweetwater has. It's amazing looking through the display. So, of course, the red Nords, great selection of Nords and Rolands and Yamahas. So many keyboards. Korg, you name it, they've got it. It really took me a while to walk around this the synthesizer and keyboard room. Of course, analog. If you're into analog synths like Moogs, they've got all that as well. And what keyboard collection would be complete without the keytar? Gotta have the keytar. So you really could spend a lot of time just in the keyboard room. It's so amazing. The recording room, another one of my favorites. I really do enjoy going in this room as well. Off to the left here, we have so many microphones. You know, you can spend $50 to $100 on a mic, and they have mics in this room that go up to $12,000, $15,000. Just an impressive collection. If there's a certain mic that you're looking for, recording vocals or instruments, they're going to have it. Now, in the back of the room here, you can see they have 3 different desks set up, but across the shelf on the top, they've got a lot of studio monitors that you can try out. And again, they sell the desks. They actually sell computers at Sweetwater as well. And of course, all the outboard gear you could ever want. Just a great room. As you can see, there's guys hanging out in here, playing around, making beats. It's an awesome place. Lighting and live sound, another one of my favorite rooms. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I really do enjoy all these different aspects of music. So as we head into the live sound room, you're going to see off to the left here these portable towers. My wife and I have the new RCFs, but there's from EV and Bose and QSC, you name it. And of course, then all your standard PA tops and subs. They have such a wide variety here. And then you get into the DJ gear and the lighting. It's really, really amazing. They have a stage set up in here with some lighting rigs. They can demo things. Just really awesome. And of course, they have a huge display of mixers all set up. We're going to take a look at those real quick. But again, from Personas to Midas to Allen and Heath to Yamaha, you name it, Behringer, they've got them, and you can try all of them. It's really awesome. Love this room. Really enjoy this a lot. Okay. And they have a great used gear section. So it actually doesn't even all fit in the room. You can see out on the hallway here, they've got amps out here, a lot of used amps, lots of electric guitars. Just a wide variety of used electric guitars. And then you go over to the other wall. Of course, here's some mixers here. But the other wall, we've got more acoustics, basses, electrics, more amps. Yeah, just a great used gear room. Next up, the band and orchestra room. So I'm not going to go in here, but you can see whether it's a wind instrument or a stringed instrument, they've got it. Service and repairs, if you've ever had to send something back to Sweetwater, this is where it goes. This is where they do all their service and repairs. And then there's demo rooms. So if you're not comfortable just jamming out in the guitar room, for example, you can bring a guitar or amp in here, shut the door, and really crank things up. They've got a couple of these rooms. And it's just really nice that they have those. All right. And then lastly, as we're heading back out of the store, lots of picks, bass strings, guitar strings, huge selection. Lots of friendly staff all around. Very knowledgeable staff. And then we're back out to the lobby with the display from the history of Sweetwater. All right, let's talk about the warehouse and distribution center on the backside of the building. This is where they fulfill every online order. It's an amazing automated facility that's 500,000 square feet. They have another distribution center in Arizona that's 350,000 square feet. Just state of the art. It's truly first class. This entire facility is something that you just have to experience. So there you go. This is my tour video of Sweetwater. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it, and I enjoy it every time I go out there. If you're ever in the Midwest and anywhere near Fort Wayne, Indiana, I highly recommend that you go check out Sweetwater and plan on spending some time there because there's so much to see. And again, if you enjoyed this video, please like the video and consider subscribing. Love to have you be a part of the channel. But again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.